Now, if you're familiar with the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, what I always found interesting with J.R.R. Tolkien is that he posited, or at least in his fantasy world, Arda, this is all just in his mind, and keep in mind the background of Lord of the Rings and the works of Tolkien are rather amazing and extensive. And keep in mind, this is a guy that invented languages too, the languages that didn't exist, but enough on that. But getting to the point, he had a theory, or rather in his story, his fantasy story, Arda, or the world, had different shapes of the land. There were different concepts and layouts of the land. And after each reset, the land looked very different, or as he called them, ages. See, it's all the same terminology, ages, eras. But then, even more interestingly, after enough time in the second age, the land went from being a flat disk, if you will, and changed into a sphere. What an interesting idea. Where have we seen this all before? And, there's other elements to how the land may have changed further. But it's just a fantasy story. I'm not saying that applies to reality. The idea is intriguing, though. How the land could change in radical and ways that we don't even understand. Or if you want another example from the dystopian concept, look at the cursed earth, or the world from Judge Dredd. No, I'm not going to try to defend the original Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone. Read the original comics. Again, nothing against Sylvester Stallone in that film. It had some good production values, but less said about it, the better. Watch the one with Carl Urban. Yeah, it's an example of a 21st century movie that I think captured the source material a little bit better. But bottom line up front, you have vast destroyed portions of land and the surviving population crowded into large cities.